Hi, I'm Christine, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a daisy in 5 easy steps. So, let's get out our journals. If you don't have an art journal, go ahead and pick up any cardstock, piece of paper, anything that you're using. I just picked up this Artica journal from Amazon. I love this. It's very pretty. It's brand new. I'll have to let you guys know how I like it, but I thought I would test it out. I love this inside page. This is gorgeous. So let's see. I'm gonna flip to right here. I always skip the first page. I don't know about you guys, but it's it's just a habit I do. Usually I like to do an intro page for my journals, so I'm gonna have to put together one of those. But I thought we'd go ahead and start here. So I'm just gonna pick up a pencil, any kind of mechanical pencil, any kind of regular pencil, or if you have, a nice fancy set of pencils, pick those up. Again, it doesn't have to be. That's the great stuff about this, is you don't have to use high quality art supplies to get great results. So first up, what we want to do, we're going to draw kind of a soft gumdrop shape. That's what I'm calling it. So just take your pencil. Yeah, our first step is all about just kind of getting down our lines so that later we're not having to fix stuff, or it's already in pen and therefore it's a lot harder to fix stuff. So here we go. Next, what we want to pencil in is our, basically it's going to be ellipsis or oval, however you want to, call it. So kind of determine a good size. And this is just kind of helping us when we are going through and pulling in our petals, just so that we're kind of consistent and we know where our shapes are going to be. It's going to come through here. And again, just soft pencil line, because we're going to go back through and we are going to erase these lines. So I think I want to come out here. And if you don't like your line, you can go ahead and erase it and just draw a new one. That's why I love working in pencil first. See, so I didn't like this original line, so I am just gonna go ahead and erase that right here. All right. I like that. I might go maybe a little bit taller. You don't want to go too tall. And obviously you don't want a circle because this is gonna be a side view. So again, take the time to get your pencil marks right where you need them, because it'll save you time in the long run. And I might maybe do this a little bit wider too. All right. Get all those pesky little eraser chunks off my paper. All right. So we've got steps 1 and 2 done. We got our middle, our outside. Step 3, we want to go ahead and start inking in our middle of our daisy, and we're gonna start with our first 4 petals. And our petals are gonna be, north, south, east, west, okay? I am picking up just a basic Micron 2 pen. If you don't have a Micron, feel free to use a regular pen. or you can continue on in your pencil, but I highly recommend a Micron or any kind of archival ink style pen. If you use just regular pen, just be careful when you're drawing that if you put your hand on top of fresh ink, you could smear it, versus archival ink. I like it because I do have a tendency to like put my hand wherever, forgetting that I've just drawn somewhere, and I smear. So the great thing about the archival is that it dries super fast. All right, so here I'm just gonna kind of come in and lightly ink in our middle of our daisy. And then I'm gonna start with my first petal. So when you think of daisies, they're not always perfect petal. They're not always perfect shaped. Even the petals will be kind of a little wonky. So that's why I love daisies. Like, you don't have to be perfect on them. So like if your first, petal comes up and around, and maybe, it didn't form a perfect little curved top on it. Maybe it's got a little dip in it, and then come back around from where you started. All right, so next, let's go ahead, see, we can let's draw our south petal. So I'm gonna come around. Maybe it's a little flatter. And back to our middle. So let's go ahead and we'll do our east petal. Come out. And I drew this out really far, so I am gonna stop here. So your petals on the top and bottom are gonna be a little bit shorter just because that's just the perspective. But come over here, come around, and maybe this one does have a nice little point to it. And let's go ahead and we'll do our west petal. All right, next, what we want to do for our fourth step is we're going to come and now we're going to fill in our petals. So these, you're going to want to kind of just draw them not necessarily like in a clockwise direction, but go ahead and do one over here, and that will give you the variance that you're looking for in your daisy. So I might come over here and just start right here next to this petal, and so this petal is going to go behind this one. So just kind of think about, okay, if the petal was here, it's going to come up, around, and maybe this is a nice petal, perfectly shaped, and it comes back around here. All right, so let's do a petal over here. And so say this petal, maybe we want to start one right here, right from the middle. Maybe this one pops up. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna draw this one. Maybe we'll give it a little bit of a bump, and it comes back and around. Our next petal, let's maybe we can draw it right next here to this little guy. So again, we're gonna bump it out. Maybe this one's a little bit shorter. So it's over here, and then this one, maybe we'll do this one in the middle also. So let's go ahead, draw it here. Maybe this petal curves. into itself. So if you want a little like curl in your petal, just kind of draw like a little inset right there. And you're gonna wanna, you know, kind of come diagonal from this point to connect it. You don't wanna round it because that's not how the petal would shape. So just kind of come with a soft C. You know, you don't want just a straight line, but just a little softness to it, because your petal's curving right there. And then go ahead and start drawing in the rest of your petals. And again, you can leave, like if you want to leave an open spot, that is perfectly fine. That's probably what I will end up doing. So I'm going to draw one here. I'm going to draw another one here, and I might leave a little spot here open where there's a gap in this one. And then I'll come back and I'll put one right here. Let's see, I'm gonna put one here too, just to kind of fill in that spot right there. So let's see. Maybe we'll draw it next to this one. So again, this one's got a little wonky shape to it. And then we'll draw a regular soft curved petal right here. Let's see, we'll draw another one here. Once you have your petals in, step 5, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna give our daisy definition. So in our middle, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make just some little soft bumps in here. And on this side, we're gonna have less than we are down here. So if our light source is coming in here, obviously this would be a highlight and this side would be darker. So as you get closer here, you're gonna make this darker or make them more condensed. All right, I like that right now. I'll probably come back and maybe shade in a little bit more. But go ahead right now and we're gonna start defining our petals. So you can start with this first one on the top and we're gonna do a soft C shape, just to give it some definition. And we're just gonna come up here and then we'll do one on this side. And then we'll do some in the middle. And then we'll do some smaller ones. Just to kind of give that a little bit of shading down in here. And then let's do one up here where our petal comes around. And we'll do a small one right there. And then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do that with all your petal shapes. So the ones that go behind, so like this one, so just kind of watch where your lines are coming from. So like this one's gonna come down here, and then eventually it's gonna go behind this one. And so let's see, let's give it another one right here. We'll have another one coming up through here. Maybe we can see this one. We'll do a straight one coming up. And then let's go ahead and we'll add one. There's a curved line at the top here. And then you can either do this stuff now or you can wait until you're done. I think I might just go ahead and give it just a little bit of texture. So since this petal is under this petal, I'm just gonna come in and just do some small little lines just to darken it in right in here. And you can either use the O2, you know, the same pen that you've been using, or I like to keep some O1s and even a 005 just to help get some little lines in there. I think I might pick that up when I'm done just to get a little bit more depth to my petals. So like right here, see like this one's gonna go up under this one. So again, I'm just gonna make some just small little lines just to give it a little bit of depth, and then come through here and start adding the lines. All right, so next I'm gonna go pull in my 005. It's a 0.0, so I guess that'd be 0.05 micron. And I'm gonna go in and just kind of give a little bit more depth and shadow down here, because this would be dark. And petals would be coming in. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my 01. And again, we're just kind of gonna build up a little bit of this. And then you can build up some more of the middle of the cone of all right. So now that we have all our lines in, let's go ahead and if you use Micron, you can go ahead and erase. If you're using just like a regular ink pen, give your drawing a little bit more time to dry before you erase, because obviously you don't want to smear. But just go ahead and erase out your pencil marks. All right. And then let's go ahead, and this step is obviously optional, but if you want to go ahead and label your flower, because obviously we'll be doing some more of these, and you know, if you ever want to reference, you know, what you drew, you know, you you can do that. So sometimes I write what they are here. I think what I might do is I think I'm going to write it down here. And then what I might come back and do is maybe list an interesting fact about my daisy or about daisies in general. So I'm just going to go ahead and write daisy. And like I said, I think I'm going to look up some interesting facts about daisies, and I think I might write it up under here for my cute little daisy. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.